Good morning, class. Can we try that one more time? Good morning, teachers. Okay, good morning, class. Good morning, teachers. Okay, please sit down. This is for distribution. Thank you. Okay, class. File check.
How will you file?
Where do you keep all your work? In a file, right? So I'll be checking your file. Now I want to check index number 1, 2, 15 for A maths. Okay? Tomorrow. Tomorrow will be. Sorry? What file? You mean the color? What color do you want to use? Black. Black, okay, black. 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 Shh. Okay, this black file.
So AMAth and EMAth will be separate.
AMAth, EMAth, separate. I want to check out AMAths first. Okay, next, index number 16 to 30. This will be on 13 Feb. And 31, all the way to the last one. How many are there? 43. This will be on Valentine's Day. Okay? Now, if you know that you have work that you still owe me, corrections, you get it done. Next, let's resume with EMATS. Class? Give you a question, huh? Yes. Can you all just standardize by yourself? Standardize your math rep. I don't care what file, as long as I see a file with your work. Okay. Class. Now I want you to take a look at this question on the screen. Tell me whether it's easy or difficult. Easy. How about what's the answer? He can buy 5, right? Is that the only answer? He can choose to buy 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, right? Okay, anyway, this is a simple question, primary school type of question. What if I want you to use algebra to do this question? Would you like to use algebra to do this question? Yes? No? No? Why not? Why not? Because it's a waste of time. We know that it's simply 10 divided by 2, right? We get the answer. But what if I force you to use algebra? Okay, let's just think about it. If I force you to use algebra, what will you do? What will you do if you have to use algebra for this? What is your first step? Okay, let the number of chocolates be x. Okay, what happens next? What do you do next? After you let x times 2. X times 2, like that. Price of one chocolate. No, price of one chocolate is 2. What do we do next? Sorry? Yes? 10 equals to 2x. Do you agree with this? Agree or disagree? Disagree, why? Yeah, we do not know the value of x, that's why we are leaving it as an unknown. So, who disagrees with this? 10 equals to 2x. Disagree. Who agrees with it? Raise your hand. Agree. Okay, majority seems to agree. Now, what does this statement actually tell us? What does this equation tell us? 10 refers to the amount of money, right, that we have. What does 2x refer to? Cost of x chocolates. Agree with this? Okay, then what do we do next? Divide by 2 on both sides. And we prefer to have the x on the left hand side, isn't it? So we have x equals to 5. Then what? Now what? Yeah, then we must have a statement, right? So we say, number of chocolates equals to 5, right? Okay, any questions about this sequence, this series of steps? Is it easy? Can we just review what we have done? Here, the first thing that we have done, let x be something. Let x be unknown. Okay, step number 2, 10 equals to 2x, or rather 2x equals to 10. What have we done over here? Form an equation, yes. Form an equation in terms of x. Forming an equation. We are going to interpret the question. We are going to change it into mathematics. So this is a bunch of English words. We're going to change it to mathematics. And this is our key. 10 equals to 2x. The amount of money that you have is equated to the amount that you're going to spend on x number of chocolates. And our equation must involve what you have defined in step 1. Let x be something. So step number 3, solve. And finally, you get the answer. Right? Okay. Now, earlier on, you were telling me that you are not in favor of using algebra for this because it is so easy. Yeah, it is. But what if we have more difficult questions? For example, okay, wait. Don't scare you first. If you look at your textbook, we are now on topic 2.6. 2.6. Problems involving quadratic equations. I just would like you to read. Try it 20. Just read only. Try it 20. Rectangular swimming pool, blah, blah, blah. Page 61. Okay, read the question. See if you understand it. This one. Try it 20. Okay, done? Read the question already? No, don't need to do it. Don't need to do it. I just wanted you to read. Do you understand the question? Do you understand the question as well as this question that I gave you? Okay, Cosby, do you understand this question on the screen? Yes. Okay, do you understand the question in the book? Page 61, try it 20. Do you understand the question? Any doubts about what they want you to do? Okay, that is the key, that's the first step to solving this problem. You must understand it. Fully understand what they are trying to tell you and what you have. Do you think you'll be able to do it without algebra? Yes or no? Do you think I can do it without algebra? How about I just dump in a series of steps, or this one times this one, then minus this one times this one, blah, 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 blah. Do you think you can do it? Maybe you can. But with algebra, it allows us to work out our answers in a systematic and very neat manner. Okay? So now we are going to use our 3 steps. Let x be an unknown. We're going to form an equation and we're going to solve for it. This is going to be generally the steps that I'll follow. Along the way, I'll show you a few more steps to help you. Okay? What do you think x should be in this case? For try it 20. Do you agree that we can let x be many things? It can be a few things, such as the width, it can be the length, it can be the area, it can be so many things. But what is a good option for x to be? Width, right? Why would you choose x to be the width? Yeah, exactly. The question asks for width, might as well let x be the width. Okay? Now, this is my summary that I feel works for me. You don't have to copy it down. It is going to be recorded. Yeah, which reminds me, I haven't recorded this. You can copy this down when you watch the video online. Okay? First step, understand the question. Yeah, I've already done that already. Define the variable. You have decided to let x be the width. Now, number 3, express other unknowns in terms of x. Look at this question. The width is going to be x. Is there anything else that we would like to express in terms of x? Area of what? Area of the whole swimming pool, including the path, right? Do you think you will be able to form an expression? Listen carefully, yeah? Expression, not equation. Are you able to form an expression for the area?
Yes.
How?
20 plus 2x.
Okay, 20 plus 2x, that will give us the total length. Do you agree with Cosby?
Yeah.
Because you got x on one side, you got x on the other side, right? Okay, so now we have expressed the length in terms of x. What about the total width now? 16 plus 2x. Yes, you're right. Anything else that we require? Oh, do you know the area of the swimming pool? The body of water? How? 16 times 20. Okay. So we have expressed everything in terms of x already. Number 4, form an equation.
20 plus 2x times 16 plus 2x minus 16 times 8.
Equals to?
100.
Okay. That last part is very important. The equals to what? Because right now what he just did, right, was to form an equation. We know how to find the total area. We know how to subtract away the area of the swimming pool in order to find the area of the path. That is known as forming the equation. When you have finished step 1 to step 4, the next part, simplify, rearrange, whatever you like to call it, to become ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. From here on, everything you have learned already. Okay? Because once you have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, how do you solve for x? How many methods do you know? 3. What are they? Formula, yeah? Complete the square. And factorization. Which one will always work? Completing the square and your quadratic formula will always work. My preference is I just use the quadratic formula. Okay? But if it is possible to factorize them, then I will choose to factorize as well. It may be faster also. Okay? So let's do this question together. Try it 20. Okay, first, let x be the width of path. Now you can let w be the width if you like. As far as possible, we are going to make sure that we have as few variables as possible. In fact, just one unknown. We try to keep it to just one unknown, so that I only require one equation to solve one unknown. If you make 2 unknowns, then you will require 2 equations to solve for 2 unknowns. Okay? So this is my first step. Let x be something. Let's see, what's step number 2? Oh, define. Oh, I understood the question already. I've defined the variable. Now, express other unknowns in terms of x. Okay. So we were saying that total length equals to 20 plus 2x. Alright? Then we also have 16 plus 2x. And then next, you are saying area. So 20 plus 2x multiplied by 16 plus 2x. Then, yes. By the way, this portion over here is riddled with mistakes. Your friend has just pointed out the first one. There must be brackets over here. Otherwise, you'll be wrong. Okay? So, according to what you have suggested, I'm going to multiply the width and the length together. Anything else you think can be improved on in this presentation? What? Total breadth or total width, right? Okay, you see that there's a blank over here? We absolutely hate it. We just leave things hanging there like that. 16 plus 2x. Yeah, you know that you are looking for the total length. But I get very uncomfortable when I see expressions like this floating around. I don't know what they are for. So you must write them. You must write down what they are. Annotate them. Total breadth equals to. Okay? Then what's the next? What have I just done over here? What is this? Area of what? Or we can just simply call it total area. Yes. No. What you mean like this? Like this? Are you saying the ratio of the total breadth to the 16 plus 2x is something? No, right? You are saying they are equal to. The total breadth is equal to. So if you mean is equal to, use equal sign. Why would you want to use ratio? Do I make sense?
Yes.
Okay, next thing. How about this? What about an arrow? Will an arrow work?
Yes.
What are you trying to say? Represent total breadth represented by 16 plus 2x? Or do you mean total breadth is 16 plus 2x? It is, isn't it? We are not dealing with ratios over here. We are not dealing with proportion. These two are equal to. So don't use the arrow for that. This arrow over here is used for something else in maths. You will learn it in JC. But I will introduce it to you next year for the fun of it. Okay? This means tens to. Okay? This arrow means tens to. Next year I will explain to you what it means. Okay? So please don't use this to represent anything else. Okay. Now total area is equals to 20 plus 2x times 16 plus 2x. Which step am I at now? I am trying to finish step 4. Have I formed an equation? Have I formed an equation? No, I haven't. This is the total area. So now my job is to form the equation using the information from the question. So your classmate has pointed out that actually 20 plus 2x multiplied by 16 plus 2x. Then we subtract away, what was that? 100. No. Subtract away 16 times 20, which is the area of the pool. That should give us 100. Okay? Do you understand why? Do you understand how we form this equation? Okay? So this is simply total area. This is our area of pool. This must be the area of path. So this over here is our forming of equation. Okay? After we have formed the equation, I want you to simplify to ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. This is a quadratic equation. We see that if we expand everything out, I'm going to get an x squared term. So once I get an x squared term, and because it is a polynomial, all the other powers of x are integers, greater than 0, this is going to be quadratic. So let us expand. Okay, so 320 plus 40x plus 32x plus 4x squared minus 320 minus 100 equals to 0. Remember, I want it to be of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So here, equals to 0. This is setting myself up to use the quadratic formula. So now we simplify. We proceed, we get 4x squared plus 70 what? 2x, then minus 100 equals to 0. Okay. This is of the form now ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Can you solve this?
Yeah.
You want to factorize?
No.
Okay, factorize.
No.
You want to factorize or factorize? Can or not?
I use quadratic formula.
I don't think so. So try using the quadratic formula. Yes, you can complete the square. If you choose to solve by completing the square, you are effectively deriving out the quadratic formula, which I don't need you to do. You can just memorize. Yes, somebody suggested that we can divide by 4. Can we? Can 72 be divided by 4? Yes. Yeah, we can. Okay, let us try dividing by 4. So we will get x squared plus 18x minus 25 equals to 0. Okay, from here on, quadratic formula. Right? So x equals to, take note of this part. You must write down x equals to. Then you do your substitution. Negative 18 plus minus square root. 18 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 25. Be very careful about your signs. Divided by 2 times 1. Okay, yes, evaluate what is inside the square root. So we've got negative 18 over here plus minus square root of 424. I want to see this 424 divided by 2. Did I make any mistakes? No. No? Okay, then how many answers are there in this over here for x? Yeah, there's a plus, there's an option of minus. So there are 2 separate answers. So here we will have 1.2956 or something else. You go and work it out. So then we round it off to 1.30 or the something else. I don't want to give you all the answers, okay? So they wanted it in 3SF. So this is in 3SF now. Can you tell me what is the second answer? Oh, negative what? Negative 19.29. 5, okay. 6. Okay, 5SF. Now, rounding this off, we will get negative 19.3. Okay, done. Done. Reject. What? Okay, hang on. Let me check my steps again. Oh, I solved for x already. This is done. Check if the values of x are valid. Why would they not be valid?
Because there's no negative. Like you cannot measure negative.
The roots can be negative.
The roots can be negative. The solutions can be negative.
But the length cannot be negative.
Yeah, but the length.
Ah, okay. So you see, this is how you check whether it is valid or not. Now, mathematically, 1.30 or negative 19.3 will satisfy your equation that you have formed. They will satisfy. You substitute them back inside, left hand side will still be equal to right hand side. Mathematically, it looks correct. However, when you look at what you let x be, let x be the width of the path. If x is the width of the path, how can you have a negative value for the width? Make sense? So what should I do for this? When I come to this stage, what should I do for negative 19.3? Yeah, reject. That's it. Okay, and over here, the units in meters. So width equals to 1.30 meters. Yes? After, you mean from here to this step? I highly recommend that you put 5SF first. Anyway, that's what you were taught in Sec 1. In case you need to use the formula, the values before that. Okay? Now, class, I need you to understand whether it is in mathematics, chemistry, or physics, as long as you require calculations. Every time you round it off, you are losing accuracy. Do you agree? Yes. Every time you round something, you are losing accuracy. And if you keep rounding off your intermediate steps, your final step will be horribly inaccurate. Which is why we try to use as accurate values as we can. Now, if I were to require in a subsequent part, if I need to use this value, the width, what will you choose? Will you choose 1.3? Will you choose 1.2956? Or will you choose this? This one, right? This is the most accurate. So I want to see that. Now, can you imagine if you skip this step, you went from here to 1.30, then you require to use the width again. What are you going to do? Are you going to evaluate this again? Waste time, right? So might as well do it once over here and leave it there. Okay? You can, for your convenience, use it. So what do you think of this question? Easy or not easy? Doable, manageable, okay? Okay, then that's all for this topic. You get, I'm serious. That's all that there is. We've got 2 other examples in our textbook. They are similar types of questions. All you need to do is to just form or let x be something, form the equation, rewrite the equation, solve it, check for validity. EMATS test chapter 1 and 2. Yes, you are right. So now for the remaining time, I would like you to try it 21. You can do it in your textbook, it's fine. Yes, do it now until the end of lesson. Anybody that needs help, raise our hand. Because try 21 and 22, you should be able to do it by yourself. Yes. Oh, homework. Okay, there are 4 questions over here because you need practice for this. This is guaranteed to appear for your test, guaranteed to appear for your mid-year. Do you have mid-year? No mid-year. Guaranteed to come for your test, guaranteed to come for your end of year. Next year, your mid-year exams, your prelims, your O-level, guarantee will come out. Okay, so we do a little more, 4 questions this time. If you have any questions with what I've gone through, please raise your hand. Yes.
Okay, because then I'll try to do for myself. So I didn't know why you added 2x instead of 1x. Why do you add 2x instead of 1x?
What is x supposed to be?
The width. But why you add 2x? I thought it should be 1x.
Why would you want to add 1x? You need to know what you are doing, no? What are you trying to do when you add x?
No, okay, I use the invisible pen.
Sure, go ahead.
Not
Then?
2x.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I didn't know why you added 2x.
Okay, can you just follow my steps? Let x be the width in this case.
Yeah, no, then you...
just do it.
The width.
Okay. Okay, then what would you like to do next?
So now I use 20 plus x is...
Okay, right now, 20 plus x. Now, you haven't told me what 20 plus x is. Remember I said that I wanted the annotation, so you chose to ignore the step, Fine, go ahead. Do you see what happens if you don't listen? And if you don't follow my recommended steps? Yeah, you make careless mistakes like this.
And I'm getting back error.
Yes. Have you all seen the homework questions for your EMATS chapter 2.1 to 2.5? Yeah, I've uploaded them already. Let me show you my steps. I see a number of you stuck at step number 2. You need to move on. You need to express anything else, all the other unknowns in terms of x and form the equation. Don't just wait there for the answers. Okay? So now, try 21 is going to be part of your homework also. Okay, that's all we have. 1 period lesson, class 10. it possible to finish all these questions before you go home today? Yes, it is. You just squeeze some time out. You can finish it during recess also. Thank you, class.